everything this weekend, which ends at midnight, but it includes the product that you're looking at right in front of us, and this is brand new. It's called a smart doorstop magnetic hinge, and it's designed to keep that door from shutting so that you can bring in the groceries, bring in whatever you might need to. $19.95, we're gonna give you 3 of them. Very clever design, and that is what Chad Allen always tries to bring us, are really clever designs that truly are smart solutions.
That's right.
And this is what's gonna get rid of that.
That's right. Hi, Alice. Hi, friends.
Chad.
How are you? This is what we're used to, right? Because we all know the problem. We need to prop that door open, keep it open for many reasons. For the kids, for the groceries, for hauling in those boxes when we need both hands, and then it's cumbersome to get the door open. Well, the smart doorstop is the only doorstop on the market that works for both residential and commercial doors. It magnetizes to the convenient little strip that we're giving you there, and then when you want to use it, all you do is simply magnetic right to the middle of your hinge, just like that. See what I just did there? I took it off the storage strip, put it right there in the middle of the hinge, and then if I go to close that door, that stops it every time. So Alice, what this is stopping me from doing is like this. I have a wedge that we're all used to. I have to go to the floor, and then I have to bend down, and now I'm hurting my back. Do you know what? This is a back saving relief, Alice. And then this actually is slipping in and out of the door because the door's too high for things like this. It's a problem.
It's a problem. I have one of those things that is installed on the back of the wall.
Oh, yeah,
where
I
you're
have that.
supposed to put that little thing in it.
Like this? Oh, you have one of these.
I have.
You have like, and I'm dropping everything because look, you have to have screws. And then this hooks, is that what you're talking about?
No, I have a different one. So it's just a little thing, and it goes in there, and I can never get it in.
Yeah, well,
it's misshapen, and I can't get it in. So
well, these
now
take tools.
I can never keep my door open, and it drives me crazy when I'm trying to take the groceries in and everything else. You know, you're like trying to back it up and this and that. Right there.
Well, I have a problem in my house
solution.
because when I have the doors open and I'm cleaning, spring cleaning, the doors open, the wind comes and it slams the door shut.
Yeah.
And then I sort of think to myself, oh gosh, now the neighbors think we're fighting. You know, because the door just slammed in the house.
The talk of the neighborhood.
The neighbors think we're fighting because the door just slammed because the wind grabbed it. But this is actually invented by Peter and Griselle Pablo. They are attorneys, and their little girl got her finger caught in the hinge of a door.
Oh, gosh.
So they thought to themselves, there has to be something better on the market, something we can create that will go on the hinge out of her reach, where that door will stay open without any problems. And that's why they created the smart doorstop. The smart doorstop has 2 cutouts that you can see just like this. One side is gonna be for a commercial side, the commercial doors, the big heavy ones for those janitors, those waitresses, those teachers. And then the other side is for residential doors. So this isn't just for you and your home, this is for all those people in our lives. The kids are going back to school probably next month or the month after, right? This is a great teacher gift. When they're propping the door open, they're probably using a heavy cinder block or a sneaker, or maybe just calling for one of the kids to hold the door open while they're carrying things in. Well, with the smart doorstop, it's very simple and it's very light, only 4 ounces, so they can carry this in their pocket. It's always gonna be where you need it because we are including 3 of those little magnetic strips that allow the smart doorstop to stay where you want it. When you're ready to use it, simply take it off, put it in the middle of the hinge, and then when you go to, if anything, the wind or anything tries to catch that door to close it, or maybe you just have uneven doorways or houses, it will stay open every single time. Now notice, I didn't bend over, I didn't hurt my back, I didn't have to ruin one of my sneakers from trying to wedge it underneath the door, I didn't grab a heavy cinder block and pull it over, I didn't use any of the crazy things that we're trying to use. This was a good one on the market that they tried to create a door hinge, but when I'm done with it, what do I do with it?
Right.
And then I can't find it. Or the wedges, we're constantly tripping over those. You know, so that became a hazard as well.
Well, the smart doorstop, it kind of disappears.
It disappears,
really
and it's
nice
white on
about it.
purpose. We made it the color of most doors. So if you wanted to put that metal strip right here on the door, you could too. It just has adhesive on the back.
Right.
So there's no screws, there's no assembled. It's one-handed, easy to use. Maybe people with disabilities that you know, where they're having to go in and out of doorways by themselves, they can can completely do this on their own without having to worry about tripping over a doorstop, finding a doorstop, or calling one of the kids to help them keep it open.
I know. I don't know how many times I've done it. You know, Adriana, I've got the groceries. Come hold the door.
Yes.
You know, because it's hard to try and get your things in without that door closing. And sometimes when it does close, though, that's kind of a problem because then you're locked out.
Yeah,
right?
we usually get the text ahead of time, 5 minutes from the house, run downstairs. Because my mom wanted us outside, ready to get those groceries.
Ready to help, ready to
You know,
help.
5 minutes from the house.
You don't need it anymore. You get a set of 3 of these, brand new today, $19.95. With the free shipping and handling, get it home and try it. You know, we have 30 days risk-free. So you get it home, you see how it works for you. You can put this on the front door, back door, the door to the garage. Every place you want one, you're covered. So this is a complete home solution. You don't have to come back and get more. One will do it at $19.95.
Yes.
But the free shipping and handling ends at midnight. That's why you definitely want to make whatever choices you might want to make in terms of your shopping. Definitely want to try and make that today.
And it is the only one on the market that works for both commercial and residential, which is really important. It's very hard to find commercial doorstops. And that's for our delivery drivers, our janitors, our waitresses, people who are working in buildings for work and they're constantly going through doorways. This will work for them, as well as your normal household doors.
Just a simple solution that's going to save you, whether you're backing in with your groceries or you don't want the door to slam. Perfect solution.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chad.
Thanks, Alice.
It's nice to have you with us on
Thank you.
HSN. A lot of times he works behind the scenes.